Hi, Smells with Songbird. Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life book writes, in other words, they are afraid to walk with God. That's not particularly admirable, perhaps, but is certainly understandable. God is a fundamental father. No, is a judgmental father. No, he isn't. His standards are high. No, they are not. He's hard to please. No, he isn't. In 1979, I was privileged to spend some few days with God. God is called the horse, as he is the higher power. So I would like to call what was called God the greatest good. I and other of his disciples were allowed to walk with him as he headed to the place where he was going to bless the freshly baked chapatis, which are Indian breads. I was looking forward to walking with Charan Singh G. Jesus, I. Jesus, I. Jesus, I. Okay? Just as Jesus Christ disciples had enjoyed walking with him during the first century. I was not afraid to walk with the greatest good, even though Jordan Peterson says, in other words, they are afraid to walk with God. No, we're not. I was honored. I was being allowed inside view to see him bless the chapatis. See, he ate at I see. See, he ate at I see. A presence. Okay? Though the greatest good was older than I, he walked faster. Feel as Saint Energy her. Okay? I said a silent prayer. Master, will you slow down and wait for me? Okay, let's see what Master is. Ma as Saint Energy her. Ma as Saint Energy her. Okay. He, the greatest good, stopped immediately, turned around to look at me and to wait for me to catch up with him. I was surprised, but like so many other supernatural goings on, I quickly accepted the greatest good's ability to hear and answer my silent prayer as a natural event. Eve entered heaven. He a venue. He a venue. Okay? Jordan Peterson writes, God is a judgmental father. He did not judge me for stopping the entourage because I was out of shape. He didn't in the least seem annoyed or inconvenienced. The quality I noticed the greatest good had in abundance was patience. Peterson said God's standards are high. At one point he said, all kinds of people come here to the Dara, divine energy, her attitude. Divine energy, her attitude. My attitude is divine energy. One day I was allowed to see the disciples as Master sees them. All ordered wed. Yeah, he's always saying, get married, get married, get married. I could only bear viewing the hideous sight for a few seconds. In other words, I was allowed to look at the disciples as Master sees them. I could only stand to see them for a few seconds. And he sits there for hours looking at them, talking to them as though they're normal people. I guess they are normal. But they look worse than anything you've ever seen. I had never seen anything so unbearably ugly before or since. CNC energy. Okay, CNC energy. Everything Peterson said about the greatest good is untrue. He is not hard to please. He likes his disciples to be humble and sincere. Don't you think that would be appropriate? I certainly do. Dr. Jordan Peterson is my brother, as we were both the children of St. Peter, as well as Reverend Jesse Peterson was our brother also. Dr. Jordan Peterson was my colleague when he was Dr. Carl Jung and I was Dr. Sigmund Freud. He was my husband when he was Dr. Carl Jung and I was Emma Jung. Okay? So I wanted to share that information with you. Alright? He's reading, Jordan Peterson is describing the God that he's read about. I am describing the God that I experienced, the greatest good that I experienced. Yeah.